Hey guys, I just want to tell you about my first ever experience with lucid dreaming because it was actually pretty cool. It happened last night actually, that's why I'm making this video. And for the longest time, I kind of just thought like, some people could do it and some people couldn't because I had friends tell me that they've done it before and I was never able to do it, so I just assumed that I couldn't do it. Um, but actually, it kind of happened like accidentally. I'll tell you about the dream. I was in someone's kitchen, and it was like a friend of mine or something, and it was their mom and their grandma. And for some reason, I had to put on this apron, and in the little pouch on the front, it had a bunch of like peas, like little green peas, and their grandma wanted me to put the peas on the counter for some reason. I don't know why. It's a dream. And so I did that, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And so I walked away, and I went into my parents' bathroom, and and so I was standing there like in front of the sink, and all of a sudden, like somebody started talking to me from behind, and they said, I don't remember what they said, but they said something, and for some reason it made the words lucid dream pop into my head, and like at that moment I just suddenly became aware that this was a dream, and it was kind of strange. It was just like, I don't know. In a dream, I guess everything feels fuzzy. I guess that's the way to describe it. Like, so it felt like I was there, but like I wasn't really there. Um, so it was just kind of weird to like think in my head that this was a dream. Um, and so sometimes I see dreams in third person, sometimes in first person. Just kind of depends. But after I had realized that I was in a dream, like after I thought like this is a dream, I just like went into first person mode, and the first thing I wanted to do, oh finally that shut off. The first thing I wanted to do was just fly. Like that was like the first thing I wanted to do. I just wanted to go outside and just like try flying, and something interesting that I really that I something really interesting that I found about this dream. Uh, for a long time, I just assumed whenever people like became aware during their dreams that everything would just like freeze, everything would just kind of stop, and it would just become like a sandbox mode, if that makes sense. Like you just kind of just do anything you wanted. But actually, that's not what happened. The story of the dream just like kind of it kept going regardless of whether I was aware that it was a dream or not, if that makes sense. And so I was gonna walk outside to the backyard, and my parents stopped me, and they're like, "Hey, you gotta come see this in the TV room." And so I walked with them to the TV room, and we sat down on the couch, and they were trying to show me something in like the credits of a movie or something. Like the credits were rolling, and I don't really know what I was supposed to be looking for, but they were trying to show me something, and then there was a knock at the front door, and my mom got up and went to the front door, and so it was just me and my dad on the couch, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go outside. I want to fly. I have to do this. And so I just walked out. I went into the backyard. And I stood in front of the house. I was like, okay, I'm just going to try and fly over the house. And so I jumped up and I started like flapping my wings like a bird. And it kind of worked. I was able to like jump over the house, over the roof, and then land on the grass in the backyard. Kind of crash landed because it didn't really work that well. And I remembered I was just standing there. I remember something that my friend told me years ago. How they had tried, like whenever they fly, like the one time they lucid dreamed and they tried flying and they did like the swimming motion, and so I was about to try that and I was like, you know what? Let me just try flying like Superman because I don't know, that seems kind of cool. And so I jumped up. I put my arms out in front of me and it was working. I was flying, and I flew around the backyard. Here you can see my backyard here. And there's my dog right there. And I was just flying around the backyard, and so there's this trees right here. There was like leaves hanging from the trees. There was like beautiful like green and yellow, and I was just flying around like Superman, and it was the most awesome feeling. And I flew into the front yard, and it was weird. It was like I wasn't. I was. It was like everything had suddenly become small, like if you were high up, but I wasn't really that high up. Like I could see like this river in front of my house, like continent across from it. It was strange, but anyways, I was flying around. I almost crashed one time. I had to like fly upside down and stop myself from crashing, and then I landed in my front yard, and a friend of mine was there, and he was trying to show me a video on his phone. I was like, okay. And so I went up to his phone, and I looked at his screen, and I didn't see anything on the screen, and like suddenly, like slowly, the phone started to just like vanish, until I could only see his hand, and then I woke up, and I was looking at my own hand, and I just sat there. I was like, whoa, like that just happened. Like that was, I just lucid dreamed for the first time, and it was just completely by accident. I wasn't trying to do it or anything. It just kind of was just like, boop, it just happened. And so I texted a friend of mine, and he was, told him the whole story, and he was like, oh, okay. So apparently, he told me, apparently if you look at a phone screen or like a clock, you can't see the face of the clock, or you can't see the phone screen whenever you're trying to lucid dream. And so I guess that's why I woke up, because I saw the screen and it just like didn't show anything. I just woke up. Yeah, but it was a really cool experience. Okay, sorry about that. I'm running out of storage on my phone. My phone keeps stopping the video. So anyways, what I was saying. Oh yeah, so I had watched a video about lucid dreaming like a few years ago or something, and I tried it that first night, and it didn't work, and I was just like, well, I mean, I'm probably not gonna be able to do this anyways. So like, I don't know. It just didn't seem like something I'd be able to do, and so I just gave up. But it just, it happened last night, and I was like, whoa. I mean, like I can actually do it. Like if I, and I wasn't even trying, but like if I like actually like tried and, did the steps and whatever, then I could actually do it. And so I think for the next month or something, I'm just gonna try it. I watched a couple of videos earlier, like steps to do, to get better, whatever. And so I'm just gonna try, and see if I can get good at lucid dreaming, because I think that would be pretty cool to do. So yeah, I'll update you guys if I actually make progress. And yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.